Hey everyone, it's Dylan from the Black Forest Wood Company. We're back again here for another week in the shop. What you're seeing on screen right now is our first finished table with an X base. So this one is in solid wingate. It's got a live edge Clara walnut top. And we're going to kind of show you guys our start to finish process on this table. So primarily we're going to focus on the X base, show you some of the sanding, the CNC machining, and then the assembly. And then we've also got, kind of just as an added bonus in this video, we're showing off this, this end table we're making with a solid resin leg. So kind of made to simulate glass. First time we've done that as well, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Again, if you guys can leave a like on the video before we get into it and subscribe with notifications on, that really helps us out, and I hope you guys enjoy. The next clip here that you guys are going to see is Joe actually applying the finish to the Clara walnut top for the X base. What are you putting on, Joe?
Osmo Extra Thin.
Where can they find it, Joe?
In our store. And? Online.
Yes. Okay, so now that we've got the top finish, we can start our work on the base. So we're using our BSC Rover CNC, and what you're seeing right now is actually, it's cross-cutting the exact length on these pieces and cutting the angles we need. So that's kind of a nice feature with this CNC. We can't do it with our other one. It can make all of our rough and final cuts for us, which is just a really nice feature to have. After John's got some of those pieces rough cut out, then he's actually got to glue some of them together. So we're just using Titebond 3 with solid hardwood dowels, and that's just going to help to make sure this is a permanent bond. You know, the dowels might be overkill, but we just like to over-engineer basically everything that we do. This base is going to utilize half-lap joinery. So once everything is glued up, cut to size, we can actually cut the joinery on with our CNC. You can see it also drills the dowel holes. But it cuts out that great big notch there for us to actually fit these two pieces together. So what you're seeing right now is John just doing all his sanding before assembly. Makes it a lot easier doing it this way as opposed to doing it after. And everything, if we did it right, should slide together.
Okay, and so away we go. We're going to be starting with our final clamping here. We don't want glue squeeze out everywhere. John, I'm going to put you in charge of this end of things here. The main thing we need to be able to do is if we laminate this surface and this surface well together, this is going to be more than enough adhesion, especially with the 5 dowels that we actually have going through as well too. So we'll let Dr. John here take care of the initial glue. We're using Titebond 3, which we find to be the strongest glue that has the highest level of penetration. And ultimately, in the end, it's what we use on our exterior doors as well, too. One thing we do, we have 1/2-inch fluted dowels, and we use a 13mm drill bit to bore our holes. So it gives us just a minuscule amount of play when we're laminating these surfaces. So now I'll get some glue on all the ends of these. It takes to put that together. Pretty simple. Once we've done all the machining and the mill work, the assembly should be the easy part. Little bit of glue cleanup, not too bad.
We're never going for lunch again.
No.
That was a snitch.
Yeah, well, it comes with the hair, okay?
I guess so. Takashi. Jokashi?
Takashi 6'9".
Takashi 6'9". You get it?
You
Or
get
does
it?
that come with the hair as well?
What?
All right, so we have got our Claro walnut dining table with the X base all finished up. Again, you guys really went crazy for this X base here. So it's all done in solid wenge. And then the way we've attached it, we've actually got metal top plates that go into recesses underneath the table. Joe's showing me his ass. He did. We've also got C-channels in here. That we do the C-channels on the really big solid wood tables because the bigger the solid wood piece, the more it can want to warp. If it's a river table and it just has two skinny pieces, it's probably okay. But yeah, this table just came out phenomenal. Should be to our client's house like in the first week of the new year. I won't say the price. I want you guys to actually guess the price on this one. We'll say it in next week's video. It was very expensive because of the piece of wood in the base, but leave your guesses below and we'll tell you guys next week what it sold for. And with this X base here, it is very strong, but you guys may not realize how strong it is just from looking at it. So we'll play a clip here now where we had 4 of our guys all stand on top of it. So it's about 800 pounds of weight and doesn't even flex a bit. So this is a super sturdy base. Next up, we've actually been commissioned, Charlie's here. We've been commissioned to build a end table and a dining table for a client in New York City. So a little bit different concept for the end table. Is it focusing? Yeah. So we got that angle, and then I'll show you guys one other angle. So it's got what's going to be an epoxy leg on there, and it's going to be a waterfall edge with Claro walnut burl. So we've got to make sure that we get a crystal clear pour. We're going to have to degas it. We're going to use our deep resin as well, and then we'll have to polish it up, and it should kind of give this simulated look of glass and almost kind of make the table look like it's floating. But we've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. So another use for our ceramic can actually be for any kind of polished material if you want to make it more clear and shinier. So after Joe has finished his polishing, he just takes our ceramic, applies it to the surface, and it gives it a way nicer shine.
Okay, so we scuffed up the sides. We need to do that to give it a stronger bond, because when we actually apply this with epoxy into this groove here, we need it to bond as best as we can, and it won't do that if we have a smooth surface. So we need to scuff it up, it'll bond better, so we can put it in here and have a nice little table with a nice little leg. Oh, me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
So to attach this resin leg, we are using Black Forest coat resin. It's a 24-hour curing resin. Perfect for this application. Just perfect. Because we don't want it to cure too fast and yellow. We don't want it to cure too slow like a 96-hour resin, because then we'll never get anything done. So this is 24-hour stuff that we use for all our joints. yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, leave it in the review box, click like, and hit that bell.
How many Black Forest employees does it take to install a clamp? Let's see if we can get one more in here. I'll hold this.
4.
Stop pulling that up. Jesus Christ, boys.
Oh, that might be too many. One too many. Noted. 3's good.
Come on, work time, Charlie. Yep, we're all business. Keep it serious, Charlie.
What a handsome doggy.
He looks good, hey?
He's my favorite son.
Okay, so here is the table that you guys saw Spencer and Joe glue up. We've got our polished epoxy in here. It's still kind of dusty, so you can't see the full clarity yet. One little tip too is if you're handling polished materials, I would recommend taping it up just so you're not going to scratch it. So we've got tape on the bottom and tape here. You guys can see the clarity as there's Charlie through the epoxy. So this is going to be a side table, and then we've got another table up in the pour room upstairs that we're going to pour. But our client is still deciding between colors, so we've sent her a few samples. We got to do one more, and then hopefully we can get that poured first couple weeks in the new year. This will be a nice one. It's heading to New York City.
You go to bed so late. Oh, your fucking mom's West. Jesus Christ.
All right, well, you guys just watched Joe demold this table here. So this one I'll probably show you guys next week. It's getting this really cool custom steel base on it, coming from Forge 53, so we got to get that all designed. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of the support that you showed us in 2020. You know, it was kind of a crazy year for everyone. At the beginning of the year, there was a lot of uncertainty for us in our business. You know, there was a few week period there where we weren't really selling too much and things were kind of dying off. But in the later half of 2020, things just picked up and we actually ended up getting busier than we ever have been before. This was one of the best years we've ever had in our business. So thank you guys so much. It just really means so much to us to be able to continue doing what we love and getting all the support from you guys. So we're really excited to show you everything that we have in store for 2021. Hopefully, if things get good, or get better, we'll be able to travel a little bit and show you guys some of the exciting projects we're going to be working on. But thanks again, and we will see you guys next week. Say bye. Here. Let's get some final words from Charlie. Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. This is my tape now.